ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देहं श्रीगुरुश्रीयुतपदकमलां श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहकनरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिचरसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नाम। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारे विधिशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशकान् पंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यो च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गुप्ताकान्तरधाकान्त नमस्ते सप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी सुभाषिते देवी प्रणमामि हृदये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासव गौर भक्तजन। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्ण। Satish Prabhu, would you like to continue reading from verse number 24 or 25? Right?
Sure, Prabhuji, I can.
26.
26. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Maharaja Pṛthu, who was celebrated as very powerful, immediately took up his bow and arrows and prepared to kill Indra himself because Indra had introduced such irregular sannyasa orders. When the priest and all the others saw Maharaja Pṛthu very angry and prepared to kill Indra, they requested him, "O great soul, do not kill him, for only sacrificial animals can be killed in a sacrifice." Such are the directions given by Shastra. Dear King, Indra's powers are already reduced due to his attempt to impede the execution of your sacrifice. We shall call him by Vedic mantras, which were never before used, and certainly he will come. Thus, by the power of our mantra, we shall cast him into the fire because he is your enemy. My dear Vidra, after giving the king this advice, the priest who had been engaged in performing the sacrifice called for Indra, the king of heaven, in a mood of great anger. When they were just ready to put the oblation in the fire, Lord Brahma appeared on the scene and forbade them to start the sacrifice. Lord Brahma addressed them thus: "My dear sacrificial performers, you cannot kill Indra, the king of heaven. It is not your duty. You should know that Indra is as good as a supreme personality of Godhead. Indeed, he is one of the most powerful assistants of the personality of Godhead. You are trying to satisfy all the demigods by the performance of this yajna. But you should know that all these demigods are but parts and parcels of Indra, the king of heaven. How then can you kill him in this great sacrifice? In order to make trouble and impede the performance of King Pṛthu's great sacrifice, King Indra has adopted some means that in the future will destroy the clear path of religious life. I draw your attention to this fact. If you oppose him any further, he will further misuse his power and introduce many other irreligious systems. Let there be only 99 sacrificial performances for Maharaja Pṛthu, Lord Brahma concluded. Lord Brahma then turned towards Maharaja Pṛthu and informed him that since he was thoroughly aware of the path of liberation, what was the use in performing more sacrifices? Lord Brahma continued, "Let there be good fortune to both of you, for you and King Indra are both part and parcels of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, you should not be angry with King Indra, who is non-different from you. My dear king, do not be agitated and anxious because your sacrifices have not been properly executed due to providential impediments. Kindly take my words with great respect. We should always remember that if something happens by providential arrangement, we should not be very sorry. The more we try to rectify such reversals, the more we enter into the darkest region of materialistic thought. Lord Brahma continued, "Stop the performance of these sacrifices, for they have induced Indra to introduce so many irreligious aspects. You should know very well that even amongst the demigods, there are many unwanted desires. Just see how Indra, the king of heaven, was creating a disturbance in the midst of the sacrifice by stealing the sacrificial horse. These attractive sinful activities he has introduced will be carried out by the people in general. O King Pṛthu, son of Veena, you are part and parcel expansion of Lord Vishnu. Due to the mischievous activities of King Vena, religious principles were almost lost. At that opportune moment, you descended as the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Indeed, for the protection of religious principles, you have appeared from the body of King Vena. O protector of the people in general, please consider the purpose of your being incarnated by Lord Vishnu. The irreligious principles created by Indra are but mothers of so many unwanted religions. Please therefore stop these imitations immediately." The great sage Maitreya continued, "When King Pṛthu was thus advised by the supreme teacher Lord Brahma, he abandoned his eagerness to perform yajnas and with great affection concluded a peace with Indra, King Indra. After this, Pṛthu Maharaj took his bath, which is customarily taken after the performance of a yajna, and received the benedictions and due blessings of the demigods, who were very pleased by his glorious activities. With great respect, the original king Pṛthu offered all kinds of rewards to the Brahmanas. Prabhuji, if you can please scroll down. With great respect, the original King Pṛthu offered all kinds of rewards to the Brahmanas present at the sacrifice. Since all these Brahmanas were very much satisfied, they gave their heartfelt blessings to the king. All the great sages and Brahmanas said, "O mighty king, by your invitation, all classes of living entities have attended this assembly. They have come from Pitruloka and the heavenly planets and great sages, as well as common men have attended this meeting. Now all of them are very much satisfied by your dealings and your charity towards them." Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. How was it? Your chapter of Bhagavatam?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Mhm.
Yes, Prabhuji. It was, very nice, Prabhuji. And, but this part that we read today, I was at least assuming that some lesson will be taught to Indra, but I think, Lord Brahma made a valid point that the more you kind of, intimidate him, he will do more irreligious activities and inspire others in a wrong way. So they have stopped the yajna. So this was something I didn't expect, but it was very nice, Prabhuji. How, but Brahma, Lord Brahma makes a very important point that other ways of attaining salvation rather than doing this yajna. So uh, yeah, looking forward for the details, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritam Naram Deva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudirayet Nishtaprayesh Abhadresh Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naristiti Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Chananda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So we are discussing what happened after King Pṛthu was blessed by Mother Earth. She was saying, okay, now by performance of sacrifice, one can expect every auspicious result. Yeah, this is how everyone got there. Yeah, by making a calf and a cowherd and a cow. Sorry, yeah, a calf and a cowherdman. By milking the earth, they could manifest whatever they want for the uh, sustenance, maintenance of the world. And here in this chapter 19, we hear about King Pṛthu performing 100 horse sacrifices. It's not a small thing to perform even one single sacrifice. It needs a lot of liquidity. It needs a lot of ghee. Yeah, lots of ghee means a lot of cows. Lots of cows means a lot of cow protection. Lot of cow protection means lot of love and care. So we see in Vedic system that it's inbuilt. Hmm. Yeah. So we see Vedic system is all about caring cows, and one's life can made successful by taking care of cows, uh, not only for performing sacrifices, even for nourishment of body and senses. And in that way, we see here a lot of liquidity is required. And in Kali Yuga, in the 21st century, we struggle with one important thing. What is that? Purity. Where can I find purity? Hmm, Not so easy. I can, I might go to a best farm. Yeah, the best farm. Others probably you can go in Rottingham, and then you can get the milk. Is it the purest milk? Hmm. What cows are eating, what cows are drinking. If they are not properly given right food, the milk is also not right. Ah, no, no, no. I saw they are taking very nice care of the cows. Fine. When they're taking nice care of cows, what is happening after they can't produce milk? So we can see that the milkman is more interested not only in the milk uh, business, but actually in the meat of the cow, and that we cannot say uh, it leads to purest form of milk. Purest form of milk is not there. Then is there a chance of making a very nice yajna, a proper sacrifice? No. When this is happening, how can we expect miracles happen? When the ghee is not good, sorry, I mean, the topic I'm starting already with ghee. Why? Because here we see what kind of qualities do we have to embrace or to expect high quality of standards where we are living. And we are taking example of two persons here. One is King Pṛthu and another is King Indra. And then we are going through this chapter where King Pṛthu is performing sacrifice, horse sacrifice. Ashwamedha Yajna is not an ordinary thing. It needs a lot of resources, uh, very, very qualified brahmanas. In this yuga, hmm, how many are so qualified that if they are doing a yajna, that they can perform an animal sacrifice for the benefit of the animal? Hmm, Not many. Why? Because uh, that's not an easy thing. That means if a brahmana is very very expert, only he can do it. What he can do is after a sacrifice of animal in the fire, yajna, then another animal, same animal, yeah, not another animal. The same soul is getting a different body. It's very mysterious, mystic for us to understand this. But was the power potency in those days. And when King Pṛthu was arranging this, and then he was doing the fire sacrifice, then what was happening? King Indra was taking away the horse. And to take away the horse, he was coming in the different uh, um, under different disguise. So he's covering himself, his identity. He is coming as a sannyasi because another Vedic culture is giving huge respect to Brahmanas. So the Brahmanas are given topmost respect. Why? Because they are in a renounced order of life, and they always in self-realization search for uh, the Lord from within and without. Mm. So in that way, they command a lot of respect. And a sannyasi, when he's expecting such a great respect, it's a very easy garb to wear, because in the disguise of a sannyasi, Indra thought that uh, he can cheat. King Indra was brilliantly dressed as a sannyasi, having knotted his hair on his head and smeared ashes all over his body. Upon seeing such a dress, the son of King Pṛthu considered Indra as a religious and pious sannyasi. Therefore, he did not release his arrows. Hmm. And then King Pṛthu is actively engaged in the sacrifice he was arranging. And but Atri Muni, he approached son of King Pṛthu, and he told, hmm, uh, uh, why did you not kill Indra? Hmm, uh, but return deceived by him. He said, yeah, and again instructed him to kill and Indra. So here we see uh, Brahmana who is very, very generous and kind, compassionate to all mankind, not only mankind, to all living entities. So he is saying uh, something we can't even imagine. How can someone ask to kill Indra, who is the king of heaven? We think that uh, heaven is what? Amaraloka, which means there is no death. How come then there is a possibility that son of King Pṛthu can kill Indra, and even someone can even ask, especially a Brahman can do it? Hmm. Atri Muni again instructed him to kill King Indra. Hmm. Now, hmm, being thus informed, what he did, he took his arrow, and then uh, when Indra saw that uh, Vijitasva has come to kill him, so he uh, uh, immediately abandoned his false dress and left the horse. Indeed, he disappeared from the very spot, and the great hero, the son of Maharaj, returned to the horse to his father for sacrificial arrangement. So, anyway, this we discussed last time. We come to this part where these attempts were made again and again, and this time King Indra, in order to steal the horse from King Pṛthu, adopted several orders of sannyas. Some sannyasis go naked, sometimes they wear red garments, pass under the name of Kapalika. This is what we covered last week. And this we continue from here about Maharaj Pṛthu, who was celebrated as powerful, immediately took up his bow and arrow and prepared to kill Indra himself. He is thinking, okay, uh, how can this disturbance can go? This is not even a disturbance. Uh, Even if someone is causing disturbance, that's okay. Yeah, that can be corrected. But what Indra is doing is a very irreligious activity, and that too very, very dangerous irreligious activity. Today in society, when we have a problem, where are we going? Huh? Who is our shelter? Where are we going now? If we have a question, um, if we want to seek blessings, if we want to make ourselves happy and successful, what is the way? A sannyasi, but how much can we trust? Because there are all kinds of colors and flavors of sannyasis who just come with their interior or duplicitous uh, plans so that they can make some benefit from uh, the mass public who, yeah, just imagine that we are headless chickens. Where can we go? We don't know. When that head, which is Brahman, which is proper quality of Brahmanas, are not there, hmm, where can we go? If there is no proper, when we say qualified Brahmanas, it's not just by birth, it is by quality. Where is that quality in Brahmanas? Even in Brahmanas, again, we are talking about sannyas. Yeah, we are not going to every Brahman, any Brahman. Yeah, yeah. There is also the sadhus and sannyasis. But if they cheat, they become traitors, they become imposters by putting the saffron, but internally have not changed. Then what will happen? So King Pṛthu, he saw this, what's happening, and then he was thinking, yeah, he should kill. He should now go and kill. Uh, it is a duty of the king not to tolerate. We are talking about all these nice qualities, right? Tolerance, determination. We see a few things here. Uh, is determination good? Is tolerance good? So these are the some qualities we will examine in the context of this particular pastime and understand if these are good or not. And here it is. We see that King Pṛthu uh, did not tolerate it anymore, and he himself want to uh, kill even Indra. Mm, It's not even it's not like okay, India and Pakistan or Australia and New Zealand or US and Russia. No, we are not talking about within this yeah world. We're talking about King Pṛthu, who is in the remits of this world, Bhuloka, and then where is Indra? Is he's in the Indra Loka. Yeah. So King Pṛthu, he is incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Certainly, his duty was to cut down all kinds of religious systems. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. So when the irreligious activities happen, the Lord, He Himself or He arranges representatives who will come and establish dharma. So King Pṛthu was personally present in this incident, and then King Pṛthu immediately took his bow and arrow. And following in his footsteps, all the heads of the state should themselves be bona fide representatives of God and should cut down all irreligious activities. All irreligious systems should be uh, um checked, controlled. But what is happening? Yeah. Nowadays, I mean, I don't know. Omkareshwar Prabhu yesterday was saying about Sweden, secular country. Yeah. So the problem with secular country is we are not biased. We are unbiased to religious movements or religious uh, uh, following. Yeah. If there are some people who want to follow religion, yeah, you can do it. But for ruling the country, non-religious. That is what is secular. Secular means not like okay, we support very well the values of the religion. No, we just allow you to freely practice your religion. If you don't want to practice, that's fine. That is the atheism. And if you want to practice, uh, we don't interfere in that. Even that is also atheism. So in both way, a secular country is an atheistic country. We may think, how is it possible? I'm having freedom to do what I want to do. Uh, but when the government is not supporting, what kind of support it is? Just like if we want to introduce Bhagavad Gita in schools and colleges, universities, immediately there's a big, what do we call, um, debates, controversial. Uh, why only Gita? Why not Quran? Why not Bible? Even in Bible, is it Old Testament or New Testament? Uh, and the government thinks so it's too complicated. We have too many religions now because we say any religion can do anything, they can practice, but now, whom to support? Then there is a small community. Oh, shall we take the mass? Shall we take a class? Yeah, better say that do whatever you want at your home. Once you come to the school, college, or university, what you do? Just become patriotic. Whatever you want to do, you just pray for the nation, for the people of the nation. Yeah, where is religion? Hmm? It is only left for the schools. If it's a Christian missionary school, then the prayers are um, from Christian background. If there are some schools which are Islam, then there are prayers for that. So it's only left to the schools if they want. As soon as when there are controversies, they would say, hey. don't take it so serious. It's a religion. Uh, it's only about faith. If you have faith, it's okay. Keep it inside your heart. You don't have to show it off. Yeah. Uh, yeah. If we don't practice well, we are not confident, and what we become cowards. This is what Prabhupada is mentioning. All the heads of the state should therefore themselves be bona fide representatives of God and should cut down all irreligious systems. Unfortunately, they are cowards who declare a secular state. Such a mentality is a way of compromising religious and irreligious systems. But because of this, citizens are generally becoming uninterested in spiritual advancement. What is happening as a consequence? People don't care. Religion, I think in 21st century, we have proofs. We can prove everything. We know how the rains fall. We know how a rainbow comes. These are not more, oh, it's not like, hey, Lord is there, he is his arrow. Uh, we know how, yeah, how a person is breathing, how a person is living. Yeah, come on, even soul, we know. Science is telling everything that we know. With lot of assumptions and lot to prove. And enough amount is there to disprove. So time to time, there will be a scientist who will come saying, hey, this is our observations, and this is what we write. And tomorrow some other thing will come and something else will be written. But what is happening? People are losing the importance of spiritual understanding that our life is actually a spiritual life. I'm not this body, I'm this living spirit. So all these things were are not taught when religious system is not stable, when religious system itself is not even established, then irreligious system prevails. And when irreligious system prevails, then everyone is looking what? Everyone is becoming color. Uh, Sarvasya color. Yeah, what is that? Yeah, I forgot. So anyway, so the situation deteriorates to such an extent that human society becomes hellish. Have we not experienced what is a hell even in on earth? We everyone say everyone is dreaming that the special kind of heaven is there, even in Christianity. Yeah, there is this concept of heaven where only specially purified souls can go, and even in Islam there is a heaven concept. What is it called? Jannat or Jannat is heaven, right? Or hell? Yeah, Jannat is heaven, Jahannat is hell. Huh? So, and then there is Charvak Siddhant. He's saying that, come on, there is no hell and heaven anywhere. That whole hell and heaven are on this planet Earth. So, when we are experiencing pain, that is hell. When we are experiencing pleasure, that is heaven. There is no reincarnation concept. Whatever you are doing, uh, karma or whatever, if you do good, you enjoy. If you do bad, you suffer. So, the whole soul concept is simply minuted or nullified because hey, we say that there is a soul and because of soul then there's transmigration, all these things are happening. No, Charvak Siddhant simply says, hey, this, well, if you see Gautam Buddha, his philosophy, forget about animal sacrifice, there is no God, whatever you're, if you maintain clean pure life, then you will be saved. So different uh, principles and religious practices prevail when there is no proper government which is based strongly on religious postulates and principles. And then, therefore, the free requested King Pṛthu. So, here, King Pṛthu, one second. And so King Pṛthu became very angry. He wanted to kill. When the when the priest and all others saw Pṛthu becoming angry, he said, "Do not kill him. For only sacrificial animals can be killed in sacrifice." Hmm. This is the 100th Yeah, just imagine a batsman is at 99. This is 100, and then yeah, it's a great celebration. But when Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Okay. So here, the priest uh, saw that King Pṛthu became very angry. He said, "Do not kill, because uh, only sacrificial animals can be killed in a sacrifice." And Prabhupada mentions in purport, animal killing is intended for different purposes. And here, for sacrifice, when an animal is killed, uh, it tests the proper pronunciation of Vedic mantras, and an animal being put into sacrifice fire should come out with a new life. No one should ever be killed in a sacrifice meant for the satisfaction of Lord Vishnu. This is very important. Huh? How then could Indra be killed when he actually worshipped in the yajna and accept a part and parcel of the Supreme Person of Godhead? Therefore, priests requested King Pṛthu not to kill him. And then what happened? They said, in Kali Yuga, you see that when they are saying Indra's powers are already reduced due to his attempt of cheating. He wanted to come and deceive you, spoil the sacrifice. That itself reduces power. This is very important. The priest, what they are saying, we should also understand that we should be very um, conducive for religious activities. Rather, if we become proud of ourselves, or if we are looking for our own comfort, if we are only thinking, or what do you call, self-centered way, then what happens? We may think, ah, no, Vedic mantras and all these things, or Vedic procedure rituals are not required, not needed, and all these things. Then we shall. Um, then here, what is happening is our Indra's potency is reduced because he is stopping religious activities. So we also should understand that when people are opposing, for example, ban Bhagavad Gita, this happened in, I think, Russia. Uh, so many, anyway, there's so many things. What happened? People think, hey, these things can make people act, what do we call, extremists, and ISKCON guys are crazy. Uh, so with these thought, if people stop, what will happen? Will it stop? No. People who are doing like that, their power is minimized. We should understand that they their downfall starts when they oppose religious activities. They might be in whatever power they can. They might be in complete control of things. They have political following, they have power, they have position, everything. But in front of the power of the Lord, in front of the laws of nature, these are nothing. Just imagine if there is a flood in Greece, which political party could stop that? Adidaiva Klesha comes, finished. Adhyatmika Klesha comes, finished. Adi Bhautika Klesha comes, finished. We are completely, in a way, subordinate as long as we identify ourselves with this body and we are present in this world. So, when we are performing things that are harmful, then what is happening? Our power or potency will reduce. Or this is also applies for these so-called sadhus who are uh, dressing in the garb of saffron robes or uh, like kapalikas. Oh, he has nice uh, long matted hair flowing from head to the knees and covered completely in ashes, big, big tilak in the forehead with and then goes on the in front of the what is it called temples, right? I mean, we're talking about those who go and then they collect some what do we call alms, yeah. And once they become rich, they turn overnight babas, and after they become babas, they create their own palace. How long it will stay? Hmm. As long as that the Lord is still tolerating. But here we see that uh, uh, in Kali, however, there are no qualified Brahmanas who can chant the mantras properly. Consequently, no attempt should be made to perform such big sacrifice. In this case, the only sacrifice recommended is in Kirtan. So, Maitreya is saying, Vidura, after giving the king the advice, the priests who have been engaged in performing sacrifice uh, called for Indra in a mood of great anger. They are saying, hey, we will call king. You do not kill him. We will call him with our mantras, right? When they were just ready to put the oblation in fire, Lord Brahma appeared on the scene and he said, stop the sacrifice. Now, very interesting. On one side, we see that King Pṛthu is performing religious activity. And we just now said if someone is stopping such activities, their power will be diminished, reduced. And here what is happening? When Lord Brahma is coming and he's saying, hey, please stop it. Lord Brahma is saying, my dear sacrificial performance, you cannot kill Indra. It is not your duty. This is very, very, very important. Ability is one thing, but following the duty is another thing. I can, if I have power, if I have possibility, I can do to my capacity what I can do. But is it religious or irreligious is very important. And especially, is it my duty or not is even further important. Because otherwise, who are we to do it? Who are we to check? Are we appointed by the Lord? Are we appointed by the community? Just imagine a guy is seeing a violent, what do we call it? Something happening. Uh, is he going to take a gun and shoot the person? Oh, no, no, he did wrong. So let me, in everyone's opinion, we see always others are committing mistake. Others are uh, not following righteous path. So we just do we want to take the control in our hands? No. There is a certain department. There is certain hierarchy. There is certain arrangement where one goes or informs the police department, and the police department comes. They will catch, and then yeah, if a policeman shoots the gun, there is no problem because he has the license. Whereas a common man, he thinks, I found a gun. Come on. Now I have a gun in my hand and it's only I have to just press the trigger and that's it. No, no, we can't do that. Lord Brahma is coming and saying, okay, first of all, you cannot kill Indra. Hmm. It's not your duty. You should know that Indra is as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Come on, now you are someone is as good as the Lord, and who has the power capacity to kill. Brahma is saying, no, you can't do that. Indeed, he is one of the most powerful assistants of the Personality of Godhead. You are trying to satisfy all the demigods by performing of this yajna. But you should know what you should know. You should know that all these demigods are but part and parcels of Indra. So when the main person, Indra himself, is killed, what kind of sacrifice one can do? How then can you kill him in this great sacrifice? In order to, so see, if your goal is what, if your goal is to perform sacrifice by whatever means, so that, hey, I have finished 100 yajna, but what if there is no one to take, yeah, you're offering oblations into the fire, and then someone is has to take this and distribute among all the demigods, and if this main person, Indra himself, is not there, what kind of sacrifice it is? Hmm. And I draw your attention to this fact. What is the fact? King Indra has adopted some means that in future will destroy the clear path of religious life. Huh? So, in order to make trouble and uh, impair the performance of King Pṛthu sacrifice, King Indra has took this. Huh? If you oppose him further, he will further misuse his power and introduce many other irreligious systems. So, we hear that the lessons that we should learn, even if we refer to Ramayana, where Lord Ram is telling to Bharat that we should be very sharp. We should be very sharp. The king should be very sharp. What does it mean? That he should not take one case and okay, next hearing is next month. After that, again after 2 months, let's debate and discuss about what crime he has done. Is it correct or not? Let's go back to the scriptures once again. No, the king should be uh, sufficiently educated and uh, should not lag. He should be in a position to really understand whether he has committed crime or not in a very short time, which definitely involves seeing all possibilities what he has done and measuring his sin and punishing him accordingly. So, so in that way, but here we see that if Indra is not punished, what is going to happen? Uh, Brahma is saying, if he is punished, what will happen? He will further misuse his power, which means he is not within the limits of the Earth planet. Huh? He is not. He is. He is an expansion of the Lord. He's part and parcel of the demigods, and in fact, he is the head of the demigods. So let there be no that. Let there be only 99 sacrificial performance for Maharaj Pṛthu. Lord Brahma concluded. So by pushing such a powerful person, what can happen is it can even pour more fire. Just like if you see a snake, yeah, snake might be just lying on the floor, on the field, wherever. But if you just try to hit with a stick, it immediately becomes more dangerous. It's ready with its hoods. Hmm. So this is what Lord Brahma is saying that Brahma then turned towards Maharaj Pṛthu and informed him that since he was thoroughly aware of path of liberation, what was the use of performing more sacrifices? So Lord Brahma came down to pacify King Pṛthu. And then in this connection, first of all, he is saying, do you really need this 100 sacrifice? You anyway are liberated. So why? Because you know the path of bhakti. You know how to realize yourself. So King Pṛthu was determined to perform 100 sacrifice, and King Indra took this very seriously. because Indra himself was known as performer of 100 yajnas. So it is just as it is the nature of all living entities within this material world to become envious of their competitors. King Indra, along, uh, although King of Heaven, was also envious of King Pṛthu and therefore wanted to stop him from performing 100 sacrifices. And then Prabhupada is saying actually there was great competition here. King Indra, to satisfy his senses, began to invent so many irreligious systems to obstruct King Pṛthu. So on one side, uh, mm, there is this record of 100 yajnas, and King Indra, uh, out of his envious position that, oh, what will happen tomorrow? So he wanted to stop this. So he was, and whereas Brahma is saying, Lord Brahma is saying that you already know what is path of liberation. Huh? How can one be liberated? By not being attached. Not being attached. Oh, not being attached to, okay, uh, I will become the person who has performed 100 sacrifices and the whole world will remember forever. Now we see King Pṛthu has done only 99 sacrifices. He is even more greatly remembered than, yeah, Indra. Why? Because he is a devotee. Here is a compromise was there were to be worked out. By the blessings of Lord Brahma, King Pṛthu would become more famous than King Indra. This is what Purport Prabhupada is saying, that in more than Indra, who is famous here by not performing this yajna. Yeah. Thus, Pṛthu's determination to perform 100 sacrifices was indirectly fulfilled by the blessings of Lord Brahma. Whatever, anyway, by performing 100 yajna, right? So he will be famous. By not performing, he is even more famous. So indirectly. So this is what Lord Brahma is saying. You know what needs to be done. It's not about grabbing some titles here, but actually getting liberated. My dear king, do not be agitated and anxious because your sacrifices have not been properly executed due to providential impediments. This is very, very important when things are happening like not what we want. And these are called, what we call this? Reversals. In our life, reversals happen. I think there is also in the, yeah. The more we try to rectify such reversals, the more we enter into the darkest region of materialist thought. So Brahma is saying, kindly take my words with great respect. So here is saying there is a request for offering respect. Why? Indeed, it is good for King Pṛthu. Yeah. So Lord Brahma has come as a mediator, uh, not to defend the case of Indra. We may think that, hey, he's stopping Indra means, okay, is he a irreligious person? Uh, is he scared? Okay, I have after all created the whole, and then I have arranged everyone. All the departments are ready. There are people who are serving. And if, come on, if now he's being killed, then what will happen? I should create everything. There's a big pain. It means I have to work hard. No, that's not Lord Brahma's intention here is. Lord Brahma intention is to minimize the damage, especially when a person is in power. Uh, and if a person who is in the power, yeah, what he can do, he can destroy anything, everything. So Lord Brahma as a mediator is just telling King, uh, I can't, I mean, here, I mean, I think in one of the purports it will come that Brahma has not gone to Indra. He didn't want Indra. He didn't say, hey, Indra, yeah, in fact, I have created you. You should listen to me, and otherwise, I'll punish you. Rather, he is actually going to King Pṛthu. Why? The reason is because King Pṛthu can listen. King Pṛthu is not envious. Uh, King Pṛthu is working for the welfare of the people. King Pṛthu is not, or he is very educated about the path of liberation. So in all these ways, Brahma sees that uh, King Pṛthu is more uh, in a position to understand the need of the hour. So he's saying, kindly take my words with great respect. We should always remember that if something happens by providential arrangement, we should not be very sorry. So here, we should understand that if something is happening in our life, most of the time we are only thinking, oh, why this happened to me? How dare he? How 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 foolish he is? How ignorant he is? We always are putting on others. How? We should see there is a plan of the Lord that He puts us in this situation. Why not someone else? Why not my neighbor? Why not my uh, family member? Why not my friends? Why only me? I am in this situation. We understand there is a providential plans of the Lord, and here and in that providential plans, when something bad happens, only we remember, oh, why Lord, we have done all these things. When good things happen, we don't even uh, spend time to reflect, introspect. So, but Brahma is saying we should always remember that if something happens by providential arrangement, we should not be very sorry. The more we try to rectify such reversals, the more we enter into the darkest region of material thought. So, what will happen is the more and more we are questioning, right? What we will do when we ask this, Satish Prabhu, what can happen? Lord Brahma is saying that you go into the materialistic thoughts, right? Very, very darkest regions of materialistic thoughts. What is that?
It's Prabhuji, like being envious or
Becoming more envious. And what is envious become means?
being jealous of others' growth, prosperity.
Mhm. Yeah, but what is the effect of it?
If we are envious about others, I think we forget our goals, and we have a mirage comparison that somebody else's success becomes
Mhm.
our depression, and
Okay.
we get into a lot of negative emotions, Prabhuji. There's no
Mhm.
progressive competition, but digressive competition.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Others, what happens? What is the effect of it? When we don't want to accept what's happening, what will we do? We try to change it, right? By hook or crook, let me change it. People are well known, famous for people who have changed providence, have complete control of providence, and they did it what they want, and they are successful. No? Didn't Ravan do that? Hmm. What did
Yes.
Ravan do? He was going through every reversal that could have happened. He tried, no. Let me send that. Let me send him. Let me send. I go and what he tried. He tried to change it. He want to become victorious so that tomorrow the world should remember me. Yeah, even today we are remembering, but in a good way or bad way. Hmm? these these qualities are very very contagious. What does this mean? Hmm? This is not only spoiling us; it will also spoil people who are of similar situation. Yeah. You are right. Huh? I don't like Ram Raga Prabhu. So what I do is I go and I find someone who doesn't like Ram Raga Prabhu, and both of us will start talking hours together about him. No, he has no piety. He is not compassionate. You know what he did? He did that. He did this. Uh, what is this happening? The more and more what we are doing, we are trying to dig out something so that we can talk about him hours together and thinking. By this, what is happening is Ram Raga Prabhu getting affected, is getting changed. Is he becoming less important? No, he's a devotee and he will be devotee. Yeah, because he is having the understanding that he doesn't want to be in all these things. And this is also what Lord Brahma is saying. When the reversals are happening, what we should understand is that these things are there is Krishna behind it. Just imagine what a relief, right? Yamagori Mataji, when a reversal happens in our life, when we remember Krishna is there behind, uh, how happily can we embrace, accept it? Hmm? I don't know if she's there or not, but yeah. So we should tolerate things instead of becoming agitated. So here we are seeing that Prabhupada is mentioning about tolerance, yeah, and Brahma is also saying, okay, when the reversals are happening in our life, we should tolerate. And another thing is determination. On one side, when to tolerate? When especially the person who want to mess up our life, who want to screw us up, huh? When he is very determined, then what should we do? Huh? We should be very tolerant. We should come to the time, place, and circumstance play a very good role, right? When we are talking about reversals, this is it a good time? Hmm? Hare Krishna. I don't know.
Yeah, no, Prabhuji, I think, yeah, when we should wait for the right opportunity and act smartly, not retaliate in anger or.
And what should we do? Tatya anukampam sudhami kshamanam. A devotee will very tolerantly wait while he is performing what? His duty, his prayers. Hridvag vapur vidadhan namaste. He is still engaged. A devotee is not like, oh, now I am in calamities. Let all this problem go, then I will start doing bhajan. Omkareshwar Prabhu, it's nice idea, na? How
Hare
can
Krishna.
I, how can I,
Hare
how can I pray to Krishna if I am so much disturbed? Hmm?
Yes,
Rather, oh, I should first find my job. I should settle very well. I want to build my house. I want to have recognition. Let all these things come, then I will worship the Lord.
actually, Prabhuji, this is correct. Actually, you are right. But we have also seen the cases when people come to the God in the distress, when
Yeah.
they lose the job, when they. So many people, like in Bhagavad Gita, also Krishna says,
Arthas.
Artha.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So many arthas are coming, and very interestingly is as soon as their job is done, they don't even remember who is God. Come on. Now, I have my job. I have to keep it, right? Uh, Getting a job was already a difficult thing, and I have to save it, or what do you call it? I have to protect my position.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, in this regard, actually, just want to clarify this meaning. Actually, I was hearing, I don't know, some lecture or some Bhagavad Katha. There they explained these arthas. So not every artha is coming to the Lord. The arthas who has punya karma from the past, who has piety from the past, only those arthas are coming. Otherwise, the others are start hating the Lord in the distress. They say, "Oh, he is creating the problems for me." You also say that they don't come, they don't do bhajan because they. So the arthas who have punya karmas, only they come.
Yeah. This is in the Bhagavad Gita chapter where we are discussing about four classes of men, right? In that it's mentioned who come, who go. Yeah. And anyway, so the point is that what is happening is we should know when to tolerate. And how can we tolerate is by understanding that this is also a plan of the Lord. Yeah. If someone is coming, we are fully right that we are right. I know I have not done any mistake and it is not me. But yeah, we have to see, is it I'm in the right is it, I'm in the right position? Just imagine if Prime Minister is corrupted and a noble citizen is going and challenging him. Yeah. Sometimes it becomes a history. Why? Because one in million may happen. Huh? Isn't it? A corrected Prime Minister politician has more power. The more and more we do, he'll commit more and more crime. Yeah? Whatever he would have killed one, and he's a murderer. But now, if people are going, then people are being killed because he has more power. Rather, when the right time comes, when his, as you said, when his piety is finished, or when his karma, whatever he has to accumulate, when becomes fruit, fructified, not fruitful, fructified, then anyway, uh, game over. And why should we spoil our good karma? Why should we think, oh, we should start, no, somehow or the other, let me pull him down? No, rather here Prabhupada is mentioning about tolerance, that well, Lord Krishna has also advised us in this connection, we should be tolerant. Uh, we should tolerate things instead of becoming agitated. This is very important. So reversals will come and go. Reversals are part of life. In reversal phases only we learn. Otherwise, just imagine if it's going very smooth, long drive, no danger. We keep on going, we forget anything, everything. Rather, when there are these kind of reversals that are happening, then we are alerted. Oh, I have to be careful. I have to drive all the time, very careful. Uh, and Lord Brahma stopped the performance of the sacrifice, for they have induced Indra to introduce uh, so many religious aspects. So the determination of Indra, usually we say determination, Nishchaya, Dhairya, yeah, these are nice qualities. Come on. Hmm? Tat Tat Karma. Uh, Yeah, when we don't use these verses so often, yeah, forget. But we see that Utsaha, Nishchaya, Dhairya, these are all nice qualities, right? And we are talking about determination. It should be nice quality, but if a determination is by a person who is envious, then what will happen? We see so many incidents happen in the history. Huh? The determination of Dusyasan was terrible, right? Dusyasan was disobeying, yeah? Was pulling and pulling, so much determination. He has so strong hands. He thought it, yeah, best time now I can do it what I want. It's a big reversal, isn't it? Huh? If we can even say in the history of mankind, that is such a big reversal for there was no one separate. And now, can Draupadi afford to be tolerant? No. Then what she did? She tried to stop it. She tried to go support of so many, so many. Did it happen? No. Finally, she left it to the Lord. In a reversal, what typically is that we should take shelter of the Lord in front of His strength, in front of His power. Huh? Who can stand? No one can stand. Dusyasan was defeated, and not only not easily, he was defeated in the complete assembly. And what about devotee? Hmm? Devotee is glorified. Devotee is so much glorified that, yeah, I was hearing other day, I don't know if others have also heard. Kadam Karan Maharaj was telling how great is Krishna that he remembers everything. In that context, yeah, from Bhagavatam, there is reference that he says to Draupadi that whenever I remember the incident, my appreciation to Draupadi increases. Why? Because she didn't um, uh, plan all irreligious means of saving herself. In fact, she approached all the great people who were in the assembly, royal assembly, and then, yeah, which she as Abala, she's seeking Bala, strength. And then she turned to Krishna. That's the only thing, no one else. It's only you who can. And see, that shows, that example shows that we should, in the case of reversal, where to turn. Hmm? In the case of Gajendra, uh, finally, where did he turn? It's all to the Supreme Lord. So, in the case of reversals, the best way of managing is tolerance and tolerating. While tolerating, what to do? Tatye anukampam sudamikshamanam bhungjava evatma kritam vipakam hridvag vapur vidadam namaste. Hmm? And then, by doing all this, then a person is, Krishna is saying, he claims the right to be protected by me. Uh, he, by right, claims the mercy of me. Of course, usually we say Krishna mercy, right? Even whatever we do, still If he want to grant mercy, he will give. But here Krishna is saying that I will definitely give my mercy. Rightful. That person who is tolerating all the difficulties of whatever karma that he has done very patiently while going through that phase, if he is with his hrid, vak, vapur, with his body, word, and heart, he is engaging in my service. How? By glorifying. Hrid, vak, vapur, vidadhan, namaste, by offering me respects. Then he says. So that's what we should understand, that rather we take irreligious means to win. What Brahma is saying is that the path of liberation is what? To be tolerant to what is happening here. And then in the purport, Prabhupada is saying, there are many competitors in ordinary business affairs, and Karma Kanda chapters of Vedic sometimes cause competition and envy among karmis. A karmi must be envious because he wishes to enjoy material pleasures to their fullest extent. So a karmi by default himself, who is he? He is envious. Otherwise, he is a jnani. Otherwise, he is a jnani that okay, he understands that this will not liberate, this will not free him, but this will create more suffering and bondage. Hmm? So a karmi is indulging in karma so that he can enjoy best. And uh, uh, Parth Prabhu, there is only one cake, and you and me have to, yeah, take it. Now, if I am too much attached, I say, let me find a way how I can release it. There's no, after all, only one piece. Yeah, let me do something so that I can take it and enjoy. Why? Because what a karmi is thinking always, they want to enjoy them most. In that matter, they are not even ready to compromise, even sharing business. No sharing. Today, if Parth Prabhu will taste little cake, then he knows what glorious cake Gauradesh will make. And then tomorrow, what will happen? Uh, he will eat more and more, and I will not even get this one piece. Anyway, so in this way, Lord Brahma's purpose was to end the competition between Lord Indra and Maharaj Pṛthu. Because Maharaj Pṛthu was a great devotee and incarnation of God, he was requested to stop the sacrifices so that Indra might not further introduce irreligious systems, which are always followed by criminal minded people. Hmm. And he's saying, just see how Indra was creating disturbance by stealing the horse. These attractive, sinful activities he has introduced will be carried out by the people in general. This is very important. Lord Brahma is saying these kind of things. Just imagine. I don't know with whom I was saying in TV show. I think there is, I think, billboard which is telling what you see in television is only, the crime is not so fantasy like what you see in like in movies, but it's even more dangerous. This is what the advertisement is about, and he wants that, hey, you start seeing my episode where I'll show how the crime is really done in so and so cases. That is showing it that people are more attracted, isn't it? Uh, what will happen, Ram Raghav Prabhu, if you read newspaper and understand how to make crime? What can happen? Hmm? Or maybe Makarand Prabhu, what will happen?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I will think about how this crime happened and I will possess with that. So,
Yeah, you will also think that, hey, if I in future make such a crime, I know how to escape. So I I'll be more free, right? I'm not worried, oh, how to get rid of it. I know that guy escaped. I can also escape. I
escape.
only have to be careful. isn't it?
Yeah, yes, Prabhu.
And this is what Lord Brahma is saying. Lord Brahma is telling that these attractive sinful activities, whatever Indra is doing, are attractive. How is it? And and people in general will like it. Why? Because mass people, they are more self-centered. Huh? That's why Krishna is saying, out of many, many, there is only one who is a devotee. And and then he also says in Bhagavad Gita, Yat Yat Acharati Shrestha Tad Eve Tarojana Sayat Pramanam Kurute Loka Tad Anuvartate. Just if great people do something, then common men follow that great person. Yeah. So whatever action is performed by great men, common men follows in his footsteps, and whatever standard he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. This is what Krishna is saying. So if Indra is going to get more desperate and want to find his other ways, people will start thinking, hey, see, huh? We don't have to become sannyas. Come on, to wear a saffron robe and benefit. Do we really have to become sannyas? No, I can just put on the garments. That's it. Hmm. So that Brahma is saying, if Indra is uh, going to do more, this gives mass or general people to indulge in religious activities more further. For his own sense gratification, King Indra thought to defeat Maharaj Pṛthu in the performance of 100 sacrifices. Consequently, he stole the horse, all these things we know. Huh? Even he took the false guise of a sannyasi. Such activities are attractive to people in general, therefore they are dangerous. Lord Brahma thought that instead of following Indra to further introduce such irreligious, it is better to stop the sacrifice. A similar stance was taken by Lord Buddha. Yeah, when in the name of animal sacrifice, what was being done? Uh, Animal slaughterhousing were entertained. Animals were killed for what? For eating, because meat eating. Oh, come on, we can write a book, isn't it? We can write a book about what one can get by eating meat. They get protein, they get mm, what do you call this? Nourishment, they get uh, muscles, so many things. Yeah, they can be more strong, 100 things. Just like if we if we if we see, uh, it can in those days there was no COVID. Otherwise, they would have even written, by meat eating, COVID also can come and destroy. We don't need any wars, right? Battles are not required. Just one COVID can come and so many people can be killed. It's also very nice. Anyway, the point here is that Lord Buddha, what he did, he has introduced the religion of non-violence by contradicting the Vedic sacrificial animals instruction. Sacrificial instructions are there in Vedas, but because people don't know how to do it properly, but still we're practicing just as a ritual, just as a means of sense pleasures, just to fulfill their aspirations. Yeah, I don't know if you have come across. There is this Tantra Vidya where if you perform so and so sacrifice and give this animal on an Amavasya, then uh, you will become a ruler and rule the world. You will become a great ruler. So come on, this is all. This is all what I want. A politician who is a politician, what he will do? He employs. This is not a story. This has happened. This happened many times. Politicians have their own priests who says, "Hey, you do this, you do this," and a part of that, what is there? Sacrificing animals, killing the animals. Actually, in the sacrifice, the slaughtered animals were given a new life, but today we don't know that science. But people without such powers were taking advantage of Vedic rituals and unnecessarily killing poor animals. Therefore, Lord Buddha had to deny the authority of Vedas for the time being. And then that's how Buddhism came. One should not perform sacrifices that will induce reversed orders. It is better to stop such sacrifices. As we have repeatedly explained, due to lack of qualified Brahmanical priests in Kali Yuga, it is not possible to perform ritualistic ceremonies. recommended in the Vedas. Consequently, what is recommended in this Kali Yuga is Sankirtan Yajna. It's not like, oh, now I cannot have pure cow, now I cannot have pure wood, I cannot have pure brahmanas. Let's not do it. After all, it's very dangerous to do it. The other day I was talking to my father and he was saying, wow, come on. In the name of all these ceremonies, yeah, marriages and what is happening? A lot of dravya, a lot of is wasted, yeah, because in the form of welcome gift, return gift, that gift, this gift, uh, in terms of making 20 kinds of food for the reception. Uh, where is actual mantras? Where is the proper priest? If at all we want the welfare of the groom and bride, what should be done? Is Sankirtan Yajna. By performance of Sankirtan Yajna, everything is purified, everything becomes auspicious, everything becomes uh, uh, receptive for the blessings. This is the easiest way to satisfy Lord Vishnu in this age. People should take advantage of the injunctions of different shastras concerning sacrifice in this age and not create unnecessary disturbance during the sinful age of Kali. So, if, please listen carefully, if the old ritualistic ceremonies were observed, people would be encouraged to kill more and more animals. In Calcutta, there are many butcher shops which keep a deity of goddess Kali, and animal eaters think it proper to purchase animal flesh from such shops in hope that they are eating the remnants of food offered to goddess Kali. Yeah, this is also, yeah, at least in South India we see so many wine shops. And what are the names, typical names of those shops? Hmm?
They use God names, Prabhu.
Famous god Balaji, because he's Kali Yuga god, na? So they say Balaji wines, Venkateswara wines, Tirumala wines. What is there? Huh? Is there anything? Is the Lord the producer of those wine? Hmm? So then coming to this, they see shops also, right? They see, hey, it's offered meat. Uh, they do not know that goddess Kali never accepts non-vegetarian food because she is the chaste wife of Lord Shiva. How to understand? Okay, yeah, we understand that she's wife of Lord Shiva, but then uh, how come that says that she's non? How can that say that she is a vegetarian? Why? Because Lord Vishnu, so Lord Shiva is also a great Vaishnava and never eats non-vegetarian food. And the goddess Kali accepts the remnants of food left by Lord Shiva. Huh? The remnants, whatever Lord Shiva takes, that's what she eats. Now the question comes, but okay, but there is also this tantrics, and in that way there is also meat, bali, and all these things. But how to understand it? Therefore, uh, there is no possibility of her eating flesh or fish. Such offerings are accepted, by whom? By the associates of goddess Kali. Who are they? Known as Bhuta, Pisacha, and Rakshasas. And those who take the prasad of goddess Kali in the shape of flesh or fish are not actually taking the prasad left by goddess Kali. But if they are eating that meat, who has eaten that meat? But the food left by the Bhutas and Pisachas. So, which means, uh, so to whom it's going and from whose remnants by eating what one can become, only they know. So here Brahma is saying, due to the mischievous activities of King Vena, religious principles were almost lost. At that opportune moment, you descended. So, indeed, for protection of religious principles, you have appeared from the body of King Vena. So, here, hmm, Lord Brahma is telling, hey, you are not an ordinary king, you are Shakti Avesh Avatar. Uh, yeah, you are expansion. And he even Prabhupada mentions in purport that Lord Buddha. Sometimes he appears as Shakti Avesh Avatar like Lord Buddha. As explained before, these Shakti Avesh avatars are incarnations of Lord of Vishnu's power invested in a living entity. And living entities are also part and parcel of Lord Vishnu, but they are not as powerful. Therefore, when a living entity descends as an incarnation of Vishnu, he is especially empowered by the Lord. So we are also part and parcel of the Lord, and even uh, King Pṛthu is also part and parcel of the Lord. But what kind of part and parcel? He's empowered. Any living being acting as the incarnation of Lord Vishnu is thus empowered by Lord Vishnu to preach the bhakti cult. So we see that if one, this is also recent meditation on these lines. I've been meditating that we need Shakti, we need power, isn't it? Yeah, we need power, and this is what we say Shakti. How can we get this Shakti? When we become devotees. When we become devotees, we get the Shakti. When we get the Shakti, we can engage that in the service and become further advanced in devotion. And again, we can get more Shakti and then engage the Shakti further in preaching. And when we engage further in the service of the Lord, Lord is again giving us even further Shakti. So just like if someone is hitting a fitness studio or a gym, yeah, he is working out hard. Then he is building some muscle. He gets some strength that he can do further fitness activities, which again in turn he gets more Shakti. And when he is doing further and again more Shakti, in that way he is getting more and more stronger. And in this case, a devotee is becoming advanced. How? By getting the mercy, by getting the grace of the Lord, and he is getting the Shakti. We should understand that we are given the Shakti in engaging in the service, not to enjoy. When we understand that this energy that what I'm getting, like it could be name, it could be uh, facilities, it could be opportunity, it could be many things, but all these things are power. Yeah, it is not nothing other than Shakti. And if I use this Shakti properly, then what is happening? Just like when a fire spark, when a fire spark falls on a floor, on a stone, what will happen? Nothing. When it falls in water, what will happen? It will immediately cease to perish, cease to exist. Sorry. And when the same spark falls on a dry grass, what will happen? Small spark is magnified or multiplied in a huge quantity into a big fire. Similarly, when we are getting this Shakti, whatever little Shakti we have, and when we engage that in Krishna's service, what is happening? I think very long back, this was a question that is asked. Why we do a service? What is the purpose of engaging in service? Is it to be happy? No.
To remove our false ego, Prabhuji. Like it can vanish our false ego, reduce the false ego.
Yeah, for that we can pray, right? No need to do service. Yeah.
I think without service, the prayers, I don't know if the prayers can work without service, without seva.
Yeah, but when we're talking about mercy, that, yeah, so it's not demanding, right? So by service, yeah, we could get mercy can come anyway. Yeah. The mercy is coming in the streets in the form of Mahaprasad. Did we do something to get it? We're just kind of thinking, oh, it is because of past karma. Okay, what did we do in that karma to get this now? Oh, we did something. In that way, if we keep on going and going, are we saying that because I did it, that's the reason I deserve to get it? No, there's only unconditional causeless mercy. For that matter, then we can anyway get it.
Can we consider like services to add value to our Sangha, materialistically speaking, without seeing like, blessings of the God? Because as you rightly said, we can get blessings of the God even sitting at house and doing japa, right? So I was thinking, is service adding value to the sangha that we are, or
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. When you are in a house that is on fire, do you want to sit and do japa, or do you want to alert everyone to get out?
yes, Prabhuji, alerting people? Yeah.
Well, of course, you can stay inside, right? You can also stay inside. But what will happen?
We'll get
How long
burned.
can you stay inside? Yeah. So are you doing a big favor to everyone? No, you're even saving yourself by doing this.
Yes.
Yeah. And when we really don't care whether the fire will burn me or not, yeah, that's a different level. But at least here, what we're doing is we are even thinking as a primary school primitive way of thinking. Okay, I am doing all this to save my own self. For that also, I need Shakti. And when I'm getting Shakti, am I using it or not? Yeah. Did that answer your question? Or
You're asking me, Prabhuji? Or?
yeah,
Yes,
that was your question, right?
yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So yeah, Omkareshwar Babu, for that question, yeah, why we are doing service so that we can do further service, bigger service. But when we are in these 4 classes, right, we are doing service. What? Why are we praying or serving? So that I can be free from all this suffering. Isn't it? Hmm? Yeah. Anyway, so we should understand that we are performing services. Why? Because we are given this power. So in that way, we are also empowered, but not to that level where we are impacting the world. Yeah, we can impact within our small world. Yeah, our world is what? First of all, self. Next is family. Next is family and friends. Next is family, friends, and society. Next is family, friends, and society and mankind. Yeah. So here we see that Shakti Avesh Avatar is an empowered person of the Lord who is serving him, who is serving the Lord. So any living being acting as the incarnation of Lord Vishnu is thus empowered by Lord Vishnu to preach bhakti cult. Such a person can act like Lord Vishnu and defeat demons by arguments and preach the bhakti cult exactly according to principles of Shastra. Uh, As indicated in Bhagavad Gita, whenever we find someone extraordinary preaching the bhakti cult, we should know that he is especially empowered by Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna. As confirmed in Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 7:11, Krishna Shakti Vina Nahe Tara Pravartana. One cannot explain the glories of the holy name of Lord without being specially empowered by him. If one criticizes or finds faults with such an empowered personality, one is considered to be an offender against Lord Vishnu and is punishable. Even though such offenders may dress as Vaishnavas with false tilak and mala, they are never forgiven by Lord if they have offended a pure Vaishnava. There are many instances of this in the Shastra. I don't know if I have put it, what Prabhupada has very nicely put in the purport for our understanding. Yeah. So that is the position. A devotee is empowered. I'm not by any means minimizing uh, the great personalities. Here we are talking about Lord Brahma or Srila Prabhupada, or we are talking about Parashuram. We are talking about King Pṛthu. They have done amazing. Why? They are pure devotees of the Lord. Uh, that we are even saying they are incarnations of the Lord. Yes, and by then they are Jivatmas. So every Jivatma has Shakti. if they are taking up to devotion. When they are practicing devotion, what is happening? Through devotion, they are getting Shakti and they are engaging that Shakti in service of the Lord. Yeah. And then Brahma is saying, Lord Brahma is saying, oh, protector of the people in general, please consider the purpose of your being incarnated by Lord Vishnu. So, the irreligious principles created by Indra are but mothers of so many unwanted religions. Please, therefore, stop these imitations immediately. So, he is saying, he is asking King Pṛthu's side, he is coming and saying, if you stop, then it will stop. In other words, it is the duty of the state or king to put a stop to pseudo-religious systems. And you are the king. You need to stop all these things. How? Either by attacking or by not attacking. You have to find a tactic, but that is only a detail. How you want to solve the problem is different. What we have to solve is stop this. Ordinarily, a religious person, religious principle is one, given by the Supreme Lord, and it comes through the channel of disciplic succession in two forms. Lord Brahma requested Pṛthu Maharaj to desist from his unnecessary competition with Indra, who was determined to stop Pṛthu Maharaj from completing 100 yajna. Instead of creating adverse reaction, it was better for Pṛthu to stop yajnas in the interest of his original purpose of an incarnation. So when we are getting Shakti, again, there's so much common things that we can draw a line and understand. Here we see that when we are getting Shakti, we shouldn't forget the purpose of why we are given the Shakti. And King Pṛthu, incarnation of the Lord, what was his role? To establish religion, to maintain religion, everything. But if this is going, if he is going to punish Indra, it can lead to many other problems. And then it was better for King Pṛthu to stop the yajna in interest of his original purpose as an incarnation. This purpose was to establish good government and set things in the right order. And in this way, Maitreya Rishi is telling to Vidura, when King Pṛthu was thus advised by the Supreme Teacher, he abandoned his eagerness to perform yajna and with great affection concluded a peace with King. And then after this, Pṛthu Maharaj took his bath, which is customary taken after the performance of yajna, and received the benedictions and blessings of the demigods who were very pleased by his activities. So here we understand that we should be not rigid. We should not be rigid. We say, hey, come on, it's my right. Yeah, I mean, if you see, we have good experiences being in Germany. In Germany, we come across people who are very rigid. They can't tolerate violating a rule. No, no, anyone having such experience or no experience like that? Rule means rule. For that, they can even create more rules. Omkareshwar Prabhu? No?
Yes, Prabhuji, sure. Yes.
To maintain
Sometimes the rules
we
are
follow rules.
impractical, still they do it.
Yeah. Sometimes a rule is not necessary for the moment. But yeah, come on, after all, we have generalized it, right? We can't create a further refined and judge for this, and rather you have to follow the rule. Yeah, follow it. So not following is a disturbance. Not that disturbance is actually a disturbance. The other day, when we were in Lindau, right? I remember what happened. There was this Dinar Prabhu was doing morning puja, and then he was ringing his bell. If he rings
Yes,
his bell,
Prabhuji.
even the the streamline which is sailing in the water, na, they can also hear thang thang thang. And then there was this guy neighbor who was sleeping down. He said, we opened our windows and your gongs are loud, huh? And yeah, could we say anything? Did we say, hey, come on, this is religious, you should get up? Could you say that? No. Yeah, we're in Germany. Germany has rules. They would simply say on a Sunday morning, how can you ring the bell so hard? Rules, rules, rules. Huh? The more and more we are thinking about the rigidity we maintain, we should also understand what is the purpose of maintaining the rigidity. Here we see King Pṛthu was flexible. When Brahma came, Lord Brahma is telling, stop. What did he do? Was he rigid, saying, come on, you only are the one who has given all the rules. You only have told that kings should maintain all these things. You only told that we should not tolerate injustice. You only told, did he argue? Hmm? He understands that he is subordinate of Brahma. He understands that his duty is to hear to his superiors. His duty is to serve seniors. So this is what King Pṛthu, for him, he was not seeing whether it is 99th or 100th. For him, his purpose was what? Welfare of his people. And for the welfare of people, okay, if this is going to get more worse, let me stop. Why? Especially Lord Brahma has said that. So the flexibility that a devotee brings is very, very powerful against this rigidity, right? This is a very nice combination. When someone is very rigid, what is the tactic we should do? We should understand the effect of damage if we are rigid. Yeah? No, not the case. No, no, come on, it's rule. We should do like that. We should do like this. No, here King Pṛthu offered all kinds of rewards to the Brahmanas present at the sacrifice. Since all these Brahmanas were very much satisfied, they gave their heartfelt blessings to the king. Hmm. And then finally, all the great sages and Brahmanas said, O mighty king, by your invitation, all class of living entities have attended this assembly. Huh? They have come from Pitralok and heavenly planets, and great sages as well as common men have attended this meeting. Now, all of them are very much satisfied by your dealing and your charity towards them. What is the end result? Of course, we'll have 3 more chapters or 4 chapters to discuss what happened afterwards. But here, already immediate benefit by being flexible and by being obedient. What the immediate benefit that Pṛthu Maharaj got? Blessings, isn't it? Why are we doing all these things? We are seeking always blessings. What is blessing? Shakti, power, isn't it? Is blessing only saying Athathastu? Is a blessing only saying that you be like that, you be like this? Is that all only blessings and words? No, they have power. What is power in Sanskrit? What is power? Shakti. Partharam. Now tell, who is more successful? Indra is successful or is Pṛthu Maharaj successful?
Yes, Prabhu. Pṛthu Maharaj, of course, is the successful one because he receives the uh, uh, causeless blessing.
Yeah. And not only this, next chapter we'll discuss about what Lord Vishnu did and what happened. By not fighting also we can win. Usually we think that I should make my statement clear, I should make people learn, I should make people, they are not understanding, let me be strong, let me be very, will become more aggressive. But here what Pṛthu Maharaj did was, he took a humble position of giving up. Yeah, okay, if not. And by that what happened is he's anyway more famous and more glorious and more blessed. Now in the end, who is successful? Hmm? Everyone? Or Bhagwan Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji, Pṛthu Maharaj.
Hmm. Anyway, so next week we discuss further when Lord Vishnu appears, what does he do, what blessings Pṛthu Maharaj further gets, and how Indra feels guilty of what has happened. That also gives us more understanding. And then what all blessings that Pṛthu Maharaj got and what all instructions he has given to everyone. This is the treasure that we can get from this wonderful pastime. That we need to be flexible, we need to be tolerant, and we have to be very sensible for a greater cause. Is it a war or a peace? And here for a greater cause, it's not immediate benefit, immediate cause. For greater cause, what did Pṛthu Maharaj do? He just followed what Brahma said, not to kill or not to allow more further religious activities to grow. I'll stop here. Thank you so much for very patiently once again. Yeah, listening.
Prabhuji, one small question from my Prabhuji. The rules for humans don't apply to demigods, meaning like, for example, Indra did a lot of unpious activities, like including this, or the Ahalya incident, etc. But he, but generally in in Garuda Puranam it says, like, for example, death by snakes is what you get in case you do what Indra did to Ahalya.
I think he got punished now. Yeah, he got already punished, right? Because he said his whole body will be full of ice.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking, is he getting away with all these kind of activities, including this? But okay.
It is said that people who are in higher position, the seriousness of their punishments is higher. Yeah, which means a prime minister committing a crime is more punishable than a common man if he does the same thing. I don't know if you have come across this episode where when after the Pandavas Kauravas come from the Gurukul training, everything, then Duryodhan and Dharmaraj were asked to solve a case, right? And the Duryodhan said, "Hey, all the four are equally uh, have committed the crime, so all are given same punishment." Whereas Dharmaraj says, "No, a Brahman is to be punished more because he is the one who is already knowing of what is right, what is wrong. A Kshatriya who is to give protection, he cannot commit this, so he gets this much of punishment. And the actual guy who committed, he's just a Shudra. So yeah, for him, a few years of jail."
Okay.
I don't recollect exact story. I mean, I heard long back. Yeah. So if we go to Smriti, then we can see who should be punished how.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
That is only for Manavas, right? We're talking about. And then there is also for Danavas and Devatas. So no one can, what do we call that? There is no way that they can not, or no one can escape, right? No one can escape from what they have committed. Because as long as we are in the material world, whether we are in this lower planets or higher planets, karma has its reaction. And based on our position, based on our where we are, who are we, committing such a crime can be intensified or, just imagine the same thing. Devatas, they are directly engaging in the service of the Lord, right? So which means the piety that they will accumulate is also high. And when they do a crime, also punished very badly. Just imagine this, Indra, right? When Indra understood what big mistake he has done by bombarding Samvartaka clouds and rains and thunderbolts and all these things, right? Yeah. What happened? Krishna didn't even see Indra, didn't even want to see Indra. Now just imagine what a kind of what do you call it? Pitiable situation that Indra was in, right? The Lord even doesn't want to see him.
Yes, Prabhuji, that's the worst punishment you can get. Yes,
Yeah, and he got it.
okay, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Lord is Deenanath, right? Still, here for Indra, there was no, didn't spare for what kind of thing he has done to his Govardhan. Anyway, later he was given an idea how to pacify the Lord. But he didn't. He was saying, how come he became so much proud? This is what Krishna was saying, that he didn't even care what is he doing.
Yes.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
That's so.
Prabhuji, thank you, Prabhuji, for this nourishment. I was thinking, Prabhuji, when you mentioned about like the example of Prime Minister or the example of police, if something happening, call to police, don't take we need to see our duty. So, Prabhuji, if something happening, for example, on the street in India, usually it happens na, that a girl was, somebody is teaching a girl or something is beating someone, that mass crowd just see, don't do any action. So is it the duty of the crowd to protect the people if something bad is happening, or just to or they can think it's not our duty, let's just call police and wait for them?
Wow, very nice question. So what should we do? Should we be very insensitive or should we be very sensitive?
Yeah,
We should
and the
be,
recent
we
yes,
should
and the
be
recent event, na, I
sensitive.
think a girl was killed by someone
Yeah.
in Delhi, and people were just passing through and uh,
Yeah, we should be very sensible, not sensitive. Sensitiveness, what does it bring? Yeah, we should be sensible, which means, can I do good, or by going to authorities, that is good. We should be sensible to understand what is the best. After all, as you said, right? The goal is to do what? To protect.
yes, yeah,
If you are very powerful, yeah, if you are authority, if you are able to influence the authority, yeah, we should take those paths. It's not like being very, what do you call this? Oh, no, Krishna also condemns inaction. He's saying a grihastha is far better than a sannyasi if the sannyasi is not doing yajnas. He says one who is not lighting fire, which is sacrifice, one who is not a sannyasi, he is not a sannyasi. Everyone should work, everyone should do. And serving, seva, right, is an activity. What kind of seva? Yeah. Do you want to, when you want to make puris, do you use water or oil?
the oil, yeah.
Yeah. So that is sensibility. We are sensible what we should do. No, 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 water is fine. What will happen? Nothing. Yeah. So we should understand. What happens today is that people think that, hey, we can't do anything. Yeah, that's fine. But what should they do? Not inactive. Just see the tamasha, right? What is happening? Everyone is surrounding and seeing, oh, what is that? I mean, I don't know what incident you are referring to, but yeah, when something is happening, people are very much seeing as if like, oh, yeah, we don't have to go to theaters for paying tickets and see the same drama which is happening live. Hmm. Or people may think, yeah, I'm not able to do anything, but at least I can see. Just like if someone makes an accident, what we should do? Should we see, or should we see an ambulance comes? Or do you think, no, no, I don't have time to call an ambulance, let me try to do something? Hmm. Anyway, I think Satish Prabhu knows more. Seriously. He has attended recently first aid course. No? He knows what to do. Then he does it. Yeah, did it answer your question?
Yes,
Others,
Prabhuji, yes. So we need to see the situation. Yeah, what
we need to see the
incapacity we
position.
can do. Yeah.
We need to see our position. We need to see the best thing, what we want has to happen, right? Whatever safety, protection, whatever has to happen, happen. How to get it done, that is where the sensibility comes. How sensible we are.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah. Thank you.
Last question. Anyone has anything anyone want to add? Okay. How was the session? What did you like? Yeah, time is running. Okay. Yeah, then I understand. Yeah, there is nothing you would like to share. Thank you very much for joining. Yeah, and Shankaraparabhyascha Kripasindhuvasa. Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo. Shraddha Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, everyone.